This interview with John Mccrea is an edited version of the Icecast live stream interview that was streamed on April the 1st, 2021. Parts of this have been edited to make sense. The original broadcast with Shane Chebney and Ollie McNamee can be found here. Enjoy! Hi John, thanks for talking to me today.
Sure.
Right, here's your recent 2000 AD cover. What number was it? 2223?
Yeah, 2224.
Yeah. So, who did the colours on it?
It's Enrica. God, don't ask me to pronounce her surname right now. I'm so bad with names. I just am the worst guy ever as far as names go. Anyway, she colored a cover I did for Blade Runner for Titan. And she did a terrific job on that cover too. And yeah, so I sat beside her at a convention and we got to chatting and I saw her coloring work and I was like, Christ, she's a good colorist. So I thought I'll just, if there's work going, I can fling her way.
Oh, it's lovely.
Yeah, she did a terrific job on it.
Yeah. It's a great action cover, and I do like the dog pooping himself.
Yes. I mean, that's sort of my tip of the hat to Bisley, really. And the Lobo dog, really. I mean, there was recently a few people have said, "Are you influenced by Simon Bisley?" And I just sort of go, "Well, who of my age in the comics industry isn't influenced by Simon in some way or other, even if it's just having been beaten up by him or something." Or drunk under the table by him or whatever. So, but yeah, I mean, when Simon arrived on the scene, it was like a bombshell going off. He still influences my work to this day. And obviously some of his influences are influences of mine as well, like Sienkiewicz and whatnot and guys like that. So, and if you go way back to Troubled Souls, which you showed a page from, there's a couple of pages in there where I'm desperately trying to learn how to paint and sort of trying to rip off Bill Sienkiewicz and failing just so miserably. It's quite spectacular.
Yeah, so you recently wrote and drew the Curse of the Werewolf story, the Steve Dillon werewolf story.
Yes, IDW.
Yeah, what other stories do you think could benefit from this sort of what if Marvel storytelling? Continuing the storyline. I think City of the Damned would definitely be good to be continued.
Well, yeah, I would definitely agree with City of the Damned because it's one of those sort of stories that you can see that Wagner and Grant, and in fact, I think they've said it personally, that they just got fed up with the story, and it was like everybody just sort of woke up and it was all fixed type of ending. And so you could sort of take that and spin a slightly more satisfying ending to it, perhaps. But as far as that Cry of the Wolf, Howl of the Wolf thing went, I actually had a follow-up to it, all planned out. And unfortunately, it got nixed for reasons I just have no idea. But it was going to be great. I mean, it tied into the Judge Child, and I had trained it and all this sort of business. All my favorite characters, and of course Steve Dillon created Trapper Hag, and this was my whole tribute to Steve anyway. And so I wanted to get Trapper Hag in there, and I had I thought it was quite a clever twist ending with Hag and the werewolf and the Grunwalder and the Judge Child and all that sort of stuff. But it didn't come to pass. But so it had the Angel Gang in it too. I mean, I just I took everything. It had a sink. It had a kitchen sink too. It had them all. And so, and I thought it was a nice little story and that sort of encapsulated everything. I think it probably was going to be 2 issues or maybe 40 pages the way I was going, but it never happened. But yeah, I'd imagine there's an absolute crapload of them, quite frankly, that, you could look at it and go, this could be fun if we could have just taken it in another direction or what have you. I just obviously can't think of any right at this particular minute.
Yeah, I really enjoyed your recent Judge Dredd. Harvey, stories with Judge Robots that didn't go evil. You sort of bucked against expectation on that. It was really
I really enjoy. Well, I really enjoyed that. I'm quite good friends with John Wagner, and I've known him since obviously the magazine was started, and I did Chopper with Garth for the magazine, and John wanted us specifically on the book, and which was lovely, and and John doesn't live far from me, and I would go up and see him fairly regularly, and I realized one day that I'd never drawn a Dredd story that was written by Wagner, and I went up to his house one time and just said to him, John, if I die not having drawn a Wagner Dredd, I will be really pissed off. I'll come back and haunt you or something. So he said, well, we'll have to see about that. And that was my Steve Dillon voice. Anyway, sorry. We did that. We actually did Shooter's Night before Harvey, which was a 3 or 4 part Dredd story a couple of years before Harvey. And then, John was reasonably happy with what I did on that. And then Mechanismo. And Harvey is actually named after my youngest, who is called Harvey, strangely. And John said, I'll name the main judge after your youngest, because he's got the right name for the droid. So that was nice that
Cool.
I've got that. Harvey's got that little thing. But yeah, it was great fun to draw.
So, do you have any new projects coming up in 2000 AD?
Have I got anything more for 2000? No. That cover was the last thing I did. I'm always happy to work for 2000. And when the Harvey story was coming out, Pat Mills was Facebook messaged me and said he was really enjoying what I was doing with that, and he said, is there anything you'd like to do in 2000 with me? And I said, without thinking or without blinking, was ABC Warriors. And Pat said, well, unfortunately, Simon Bisley, Kurt bloody Simon again, Simon Bisley is drawing a Joe Pineapples story at the moment, and Matt Smith would not pay for or get another story going until Simon had finished that one. There's an easier way to say that, but my mind just switched off. Actually, my mind never switches on. So that was a bit nixed by that. Now I believe Pat has kind of left 2000 anyway.
Yeah, Pat Mills has said this is the end of Slane, and apparently they've got a gentleman's agreement with 2000 AD to not publish any more Slane or ABC Warriors.
Yes. Much like Marvel's gentleman's agreement with Frank Miller about Elektra, I would imagine. Yes, that gentleman's agreement will probably carry on for a couple of years until they go, oh, we could do with some money. I kind of hope that they will actually honor Pat's agreement, but then another part of me hopes they won't, so that I can draw the ABC Warriors, because I'm a selfish bastard. Oh no, what have I drawn? I recognize that fella. Yes, that was done while I was drunk, I can tell.
Yeah, I actually had to fill in the blacks of the sunglasses and the hair.
Did you really? Oh my God! You probably improved it, Sam. So nice one.
Anyway, thanks, John. Thanks for talking to me today.
No problem, Sam.
Brilliant.
Good chatting with you. Take it easy.
Yeah, take care.